Hi everyone, today's lecture number 9 of our cow game. Today we'll be implementing the platforms and the barbecue, which I didn't mention last time. So there is a nice barbecue which I'll show you right here. So the particles, this is the barbecue that's gonna burn our cow, and also we have smoke for it, which is just a sprite sheet, and then we have the XML for it. We were using JSONs, but I tried another software today, and it gave me an XML, and it works pretty much the same way. Yeah, and then we have the platforms. So platform 1, 2, I think I'm using this one, but I'm not sure. Then this is the outdoor one, this is the WoW indoor, and the WoW outdoor. So yeah, this is what we'll be doing today, and it's nothing that complicated. It's just probably one line of interesting code that enables us to do the platforms. Other than that, it's pretty standard stuff that we've already done. So in order to start, let's go to the difficulty class, but that's going to happen in just a second. Let me close those things off. Okay, so let's go to difficulty, and in here I would like to add a bit more values so that we can change it when we change the difficulty. So RNG platform high, it's going to be number. RNG platform low, that's going to be number as well. RNG WoW low, number. RNG WoW high, number. And then we'll have one for the barbecue. So RNG barbecue low, number. RNG barbecue high, number. Alright, and I need to add them here as well. So RNG platform high, let's start with the low. RNG platform high, RNG WoW low, RNG WoW high, RNG barbecue low, RNG barbecue high, and probably put an enter around there. Okay, so this dot RNG platform low equals RNG platform low. This dot RNG platform high equals RNG platform high, and so on. So this dot RNG WoW low, RNG WoW low. Barbecue high equals RNG barbecue high. Alright, that was tedious. So let's go into the game, and I'll input some values that I think were okay. I don't think that they're perfect, but I think they're fine. And then we need to add some sprites in the preloader, and actually today we'll be going through many classes in order to achieve the platform. So it's going to be we will create a new class which is for the barbecue. We have to go through game, through the levels, through level 1, 2, and so on. So a lot of things to be done. So now I need to add, what is it? Is it like 5 values, 6 values? So 1500, 3000, 2500, 5000, 2000, 3000, and we'll fix those. So this is exactly in the same order that I've put them in the difficulty class, starting from the platform low and high, then the WoW low and high, then the barbecue low and high. And they're in the same order, but we can change those, and I think there'll be enough time at the end of the lecture to actually fix those. So 1000, 2200, 2000, 4000, 1500, 2500, and this dot current difficulty equals new difficulty. Why don't I just say difficulties this dot difficulties of 0? That's the first time that I've noticed this. That's very weird what I've written. Alright, so here 800, 1800, 1800, 3000, 1000, and 1500. Okay. So second line here. Oh, 22,000. 2200 is what I wanted to say. Alright, right, so let's go to the preloader class and actually preload all of the sprites that I've shown you just a bit earlier. So it's going to be this.game.load.image, platform indoor, 1, because there are 2, but I think that we'll be using only the 1. Graphics, game, platforms, platform indoor 1.png. Right, let's copy that. Let's change those to 2s. Alright, what is the next one? Platform outdoor. And it's going to be platform, let me just check the name, platform outdoor. Alright, then what else we have? We have the walls now, so it's going to be wall indoor. I hope that this is just the same name, wall indoor. And then the same but outdoor. Okay, and finally we would like to add the barbecue as well. So it's going to be this.game.load.image, barbecue, then that's in graphics /game/particles /barbecue.png. Right, and finally we need to load the smoke as well. So I said that this time is it's an XML. Sorry. So here I specifically checked this. This is how I know the word is spelled. It can be spelled both ways. So I would rather use that one because that's how I've made it. And then the graphic designer that did this, he made it with the C. So it's kind of different, I know. But yeah, anyway. So as I said, we are going to be using the XML, so it's just slightly different. This.game.load, and there is Atlas XML. Up here we just load the Atlas, but I think that's pretty much the only difference here. And then let's call this smoke, and that's in graphics /game/particle /smoke.png. And then copy all of this and only change here to XML. Alright, so let's go and make a barbecue. That's going to be inside game objects. New TypeScript file. It's going to be relatively short. I'll explain you now what the idea is for the barbecue. And I don't have any more screenshots because this is fresh code from today. So yeah, module first, module cow versus butcher, export class barbecue, and inside here we are gonna have game, which is phaser.game, smoke, which is phaser.sprite, and barbecue, which is also phaser.sprite. While I'm at it, let's go and check. I'm sure that I don't have it in here. Where do we have game objects? It's around here. So this is gonna be barbecue.js. Let's get back here. All right, so what's the idea? We have down here we have the ground. There will be barbecues that are spawned some around here, like that. They move from right to left as everything else. There is a bit of smoke that comes out. You'll see that in a second, and that's pretty much it. We need to have a body on the sprite. We need to have a collider as well, and you know, just the standard stuff for collision with the cow. And the only difference would be that we are going to be changing the animation of the cow to a burning cow. So that's pretty much the only special thing in this class that we'll be doing, and that's quite easy as well. So I'll try to write it as quickly as I can. Okay, so constructor, inside we have game phaser.game, this.game equals game, and now we would like to create the barbecue first and then the smoke, so that we can see it, you know, so that it, the smoke is on top of the barbecue. So let's do that. This.barbecue equals this.game.add sprite, and I have put it slightly outside of the width of the game, so this.game.width times 1.3, and I found that the Y of 600 places it really well. Since the barbecue sprite is too big, I have to give it a scale as well. First, yeah, so let's do the scale dot set 0.5. We can make it bigger if you want to, or smaller later on. I'm missing the key, yeah. It's gonna be, yeah, of course, barbecue. All right, and then we have this dot barbecue, just, you know, standard stuff. As soon as you initialize a sprite, anchor dot set, it's going to be at 0.5, 0.5. We need to have physics as well, so this dot game dot physics dot arcade dot enable this dot barbecue. And now we need to do just two things to the body. So this dot barbecue dot body dot moves equals false, and this dot barbecue dot body dot immovable equals true. This is the same as most of the objects that we use in move. So as soon as the barbecue collides with the cow, or we don't want it to be affected by physics at all, so this is why we have these two commands. Otherwise it will just, you know, fall outside of the screen. All right, and let's add the smoke as well. This dot smoke equals this dot game dot add sprite, this dot game dot width times 1.3. The Y is 500, so it's going to be, if this is the barbecue, the smoke is going to be initialized slightly up, so somewhere around here, and this is why the Y value is slightly bigger as well, smaller as well. All right, then I need to give the key, which is smoke, and this dot smoke dot animations dot add smoking, this dot smoke dot anchor dot set 0.5, 0.5, and we have this dot smoke dot animations dot play. Smoking frame rate of 10 I think was pretty good. We can change that as well later on. This dot smoke dot alpha equals 0.7. And then we have this dot smoke dot rotation equals 90 because it's sort of facing this way, and I wanted to make it face vertically. So yeah, that's how I got it in the sprite sheet anyways. All right, then we have the update, which is gonna be relatively simple. So we need to have a cow, and we need to have a killer collection so that we can set the game to game over, and we can then change the state. So this of type killer collection, and let's see. So first we move them both with the same speed. Dot smoke dot position dot x minus equals 8. This dot barbecue dot position dot x minus equals 8. All right, and then we need a collision with the cow. So this dot game dot physics dot arcade dot collide cow dot states, this dot barbecue, and then after that a couple of things. First we want to change the animation of the cow. Animations dot play. We have an animation burning and null true. I don't have references to these two, so I'll do that now. Right, and then after that we have this dot cow dot states dot body dot immovable. Remember that as soon as the game is over, we are stopping the update. You know, at least the first part of the update. So if we actually only do this here and then set game over, the cow is just gonna fall. So we are gonna see the animation once, and the cow is gonna fall because it no longer collides with the platforms and pretty much anything else. This should not be with a this. So immovable equals true, and this sorry, just cow dot states dot body dot moves equal false. Killer collection dot game over equals true as well. All right. Sorry, states 2. We don't see states 2, and that's what do you mean? The burning animation is the first one inside the cow. So let's have a look. Let me zoom in. This is the first one in the first states thing. So the states 2 was only for the pickup knife and the dying animations. Yeah. Yeah, I collide the cow with the barbecue, so it burns. No? Doesn't make sense? Anyways. Right. Okay, I think that's all. Let's test it inside game. And then we'll have to do the same thing with arrays of sprites and barbecues and so on, but that's gonna happen inside level because both the platforms and the barbecues are common to all levels up to the key of the platform, which we are gonna give inside level 1 or level 2 respectively. But here let's just make a random barbecue. So barbecue test. This is of type barbecue. I need to add the reference here if it lets me do that. Okay, let's create one. So this is gonna happen with, let me create it at the very bottom. This dot barbecue test equals new barbecue dot and here this dot game. and inside the update at the bottom here, so that I can easily remove it after that, this dot barbecue test dot update, and I need to give this dot cow and this dot killer collection. All right. Let's have a look. A lot of code that we've written. I doubt that it's going to run from the first way, from the first time, but let's have a look and see. So let's wait, I guess. So play. All right, so we have the butcher, and if we jump on it, or if it collides with us in any way, we just burn and we die. Okay. How do you like that? Fine? Good. Sorry, there is a question. Just a second. So the question was, why don't we collide with states 2 as well here, and only with states 1? Isn't that gonna have a bug when we say pick up a knife and go through a barbecue? So I have two answers here why we don't. The first one is that states 2 doesn't normally have a body. We add it only if we need it with the GMO animation, and then we remove it after that. The second reason is that even if this happens, that we have a knife, after that, straight after that, we have barbecue. It's gonna, first of all, this is gonna be very unlikely to happen, and second of all, I don't even think even if you have this, that there will be enough time for the cow to be in the pickup knife animation to actually. Do we do something with the states too? Actually, no. I think that's even better, because when we change to states 2, states 1 remains in the same place, so it still collides with anything that goes through it. So I still think it will be fine. Okay, so right, let's keep going. So now we have to go through level, as I said. So from level, we'll do most of the logic about how to spawn the barbecues and the platforms, and then we have to go to level 1 and level 2 respectively to actually give the specific key for the platforms and the walls. But it's pretty much it's quite easy, up to a couple of lines of code that allow us to do the platforms and so on. So what is the idea? So we have a cow, which is here. This is our game. Here we have souls. So this is the cow, and we have a platform. So my idea is that the platform moves from right to left, and if the cow jumps, the cow shouldn't collide with everything that's on the platform, right? So it should only collide with it once it reaches a level which is above the platform, and as soon as it starts falling, only then we should have a collision with the cow. So kind of the cow can go through the platform, but can only fall down onto it, which turned out to be very very easy to do with phaser. I was thinking of all kinds of weird checks of the position of the cow, and whether you are coming from top. There was a suggestion last time to only have collision if the vertical velocity is negative or something, which was also really good. But phaser has its own boolean that does that for us, and we are gonna use that. Then we have the walls, which are just have collision with the cow, so they are gonna push the cow to the souls, and the cow is gonna die again. Pretty simple. And the barbecues we've already done, and we've already seen them, but I would like to just remove them from game, so that we can do it the proper way, because now it's just one. and we want to have more spawning the same way as we spawn many things in the game. So let's remove that as well, and let's go into level. Okay, here I have to add a couple of things. First, we need walls. Array of phaser.sprite. There isn't any need for a separate class for the wall or the platform, because it's just a sprite with nothing special. The only reason why I did the barbecue here is because it has smoke and sprite. That's the only reason. But we could have done that as well inside level, but I think that this is a bit better. So let's go to level and start typing. Then we have platforms, which is array phaser.sprite. The reason why we do this in level and not inside level 1 for the specific platform and so on, because the logic of spawning is absolutely the same. The only thing that is different is the key. So if we have so much in common, we should put it in the more abstract class. Okay, then we have barbecues, which is array of barbecue. I think that I should add this, a reference to it. No? Yes. Alt enter, generate. And then we have the usual variables which determine the spawn time. So it's going to be random wall spawn time number, random platform spawn time number, random barbecue spawn time, which is also a number. Alright, so let's initialize everything that we have a property for. So this dot walls empty array, this dot platforms, empty array, this dot barbecues, empty array, and then we need to give to the spawn times this.game.now. So random wall spawn time is this.game.time.now. This.random platform spawn time equals this.game.time.now. And finally, for the barbecues, this.game.time.now. And in the video, I'll only do the platform because that's the more interesting one, and then I'll stop the video, I'll write the others, and then I'll show you how I've done them, because it's again very similar to what we've already done many times in terms of spawning items after some random period of time. Alright, so we are gonna have two methods. The first one is going to be spawn platform. We will take a key, which is string, so that we know what sprite to add. String, yeah, and then we'll have difficulty as well, so that we know how often to spawn the platforms as well. Alright, so this.random platform spawn time plus 1500 is less than this.game.time.now. So what I've done, instead of spawning everything as soon as the game starts, I decided to have different initial spawn times for every item in the game. So yeah, and then we have to reset it. So this.random platform spawn time equals this.game.time.now plus RNG. Difficulty dot platform RNG platform low, and then difficulty dot RNG platform high. Okay. So what I decided is that it's not enough to say just between 2 and 3 seconds and so on. So instead we give milliseconds, and if we go back to game to the difficulties here, please note that these numbers are now bigger. So this is like between a second and a half and 3 seconds and so on. And I would like to change that when we balance the game for the butchers as well, because I don't think it can be more random if it's not a precise number of seconds, but rather than some random number in milliseconds. So let's get back to level and actually create the platform. So it's gonna be, where is it? Var. Okay, so one thing that I want to tell you is the way we spawn the platforms. So I've timed it with the cow, or actually placed it with the cow. So this is the floor, and the cow jumps at one level, say here, and the double jump is somewhere around here. Okay, so I've decided to put the platforms in either this or this level in terms of Y. So you can jump on both, but if you have the higher, you have to try hard to actually get there. So you have to make sort of a perfect double jump. And this is why we have the following variable, which is RNG platform level level equals this.game.height minus math.floor RNG of 1 to 3 times 180 minus 180. And I would really love it. I would really love to explain you what these mean. So we start at the bottom. We start at the bottom here. We subtract the height of the ground, or sort of, so this thing here, and we actually start from here, and after that we want to say, well, it's either going to be at 880 after that, or it's going to be at 360 after that. And this is pretty much it. Nothing that complicated. If you had to think of it yourselves, I think it would be fairly straightforward, especially if I put this minus 180 somewhere around here, and then I put brackets, then you see it more clearly, I guess. So this thing is just for the offset from the ground, if we start from the bottom, and then we have the level, which is either at 180 upwards from that, or 360 upwards from that as well. All right. Okay, let's make the platform now. So it's going to be var platform equals this.game.add.sprite, this.game.width RNG platform level, and then key. Okay, what else? We need to add it to a specific group. So this, we need to add this to the level group, but then we need to add it at a specific place. And I was actually having problems with the value that I've chosen at child at, but we can fix that as we go, because I couldn't kind of guess where that was from. All right, then this.game.physics.arcade.enable platform. And now here comes pretty much the only couple of interesting lines of code, but first I want to just set a scale.set 0.5, and what phaser gives us is we can set direction of collision, if that kind of makes sense. So platform.body.check collision.up equals true. True, and then I want to copy this a couple of times, and this is going to be down, false, left, false, and right, false. Okay, so this thing says to the platform So if someone hits you from below, left, or right, you should not check collisions. But if something happens or comes from at the top, then you should check. So you only check collisions with this line, and that happens only if the other item comes from the top, because otherwise you would expect the cow to hit her head, like, or his head. I don't know. Is it male or his head? Its head. Interesting. It could be a male cow or a female cow. So male cow is a bull. Right. Stupid me. Right. But then, anyways. So you should expect, for the cow to hit its head at the top of the platform, and but that doesn't happen. It happens only from the top, which is exactly what we want. Okay, so also we want the platform not to fall as soon as we spawn it. So immovable equals true, platform.body.moves equals false. I tried to do something with gravity as well. So there is a method that disables gravity on the body, but as soon as the cow jumped on the platform, it started going backwards with the platform, which was kind of strange. So this is the only way that I could make it to work. And then we don't move the body of the platform, we only move the platform itself, like the sprite, because with these two lines of code means that we cannot move the body. But yeah. Okay, and then we say this dot platforms dot push platform, and after that, that's pretty much the whole method. And then we need to update them. So update platforms. We will say cow, and this is this dot platforms dot for each platform. What is it that we want to do? Well, first of all, let's change the position. So dot x minus equals 8. This dot game dot physics dot arcade dot collide cow dot states platform. And today I made a mistake that I was trying to find for quite a while. I just said cow here, and nothing happened, and I didn't get an error or anything. And then I remembered that we have states and states too, which was kind of a bummer because I lost about 30 minutes wondering what's going on. So cow.change to running. We want to do that because remember that the only time where we change the cow's animation is when it falls on the ground, and here is very similar. As soon as we land on a platform, we have to change the animation to running again. I didn't make it so that the cow changes its state when it's falling to something like the last 2 frames of the jump, but that's fairly easy to do. This method here returns a boolean as well. So we can say if this is not true, then we can do something else with the animation. Right. Okay, so this is the one thing, and I want to check if the platform dot position dot x less than minus platform dot width, so that we can destroy it from the game and remove it from the array as well. Platforms dot index of platform, and then we want to remove one element, and then we want to say platform dot destroy. So very similar to what we've done before. And I was actually testing the game with the RAM checker of Google Chrome, and because of these destroy and so on of all of this of all sprites. We don't have spikes in the where was that, profiles, and then you click here and you can test your RAM allocations. Right, but I've tested them and they're fine, because if they're not, otherwise your game is not gonna run, or it's gonna crash in Android. We had that, and it's not very nice if you have to look for a memory leak. So here I should say this, and actually, do I need to say this? So this is for the platforms for each. All right, yeah, I think it's here. Right, so I'll pause the video and I'll write the walls and the barbecues, because they're fairly simple to write, and it's pretty much the same as what we've done already. So yeah, I have an error. So this if should be outside of the collide method here. Otherwise, it's not going to work, because there is no way that the cow can collide with the platform and the platform to also be outside of the game. So yeah, this works now. So yeah, I'll finish that, and then I'll get back. Alright, so I've written all of that. It's very similar to the platforms. It's a lot easier though. So we have walls. Alright, so we spawn them at some random time. Set the anchor to the bottom left, so that we can actually place them on the ground precisely. Okay, then we have add child add to the level group. We enable physics, make a random scale, make it immovable also, so that as soon as it collides with the cow, we don't want it to tilt or anything, and then we push it into the walls array. So here for each wall we move it, check for collision with the cow, and then we destroy it. Actually here I have to say wall.destroy if it's gone out of the game. So the same thing is for the barbecue, with the only difference that this method is smaller, because we have, actually it's not smaller, there are a couple of more things here that we do, but since it's in the class, we don't have to add anything else here. And also we have to destroy the elements after they leave the level, the game. Right, so inside update I cannot place the platform and the wall, because we don't have the key, right? This is the abstract level and we don't know which level we are actually in. But what I can do is to spawn the barbecues, since they're the same. Current, let's just call it difficulty, which means that I have to give it into the update as well. And then I have to do this dot update barbecues, which has cow and killer collection. Alright, so let's add those here. This is going to be difficulty. Actually, let's add the cow first. So cow of type cow and difficulty of type difficulty. Okay, everything is fine. Alright, then I need to go back to the game where I'm actually calling the update of the levels. So it's gonna be in here somewhere, current level, and I have to give the cow this dot cow and this dot killer collection. Sorry, no, it was current difficulty, this dot current difficulty. Interestingly, what has happened to my autocomplete? Supplied parameters do not match any signature of call target. Well, that's probably because, oh yeah, we are fine now. But we still need to go to level 1 and call the methods with their respective keys. And also in here I would have to say cow of type cow and difficulty of type difficulty. And then inside here I would have to just spawn the platforms. This is level 1, right? So this dot spawn platform, and the string was platform indoor, I think. Let me have a quick look. Platform indoor 1, and then difficulty, right, as well. I need to call super with the cow and the difficulty. Okay, lots of errors. Oh yeah, they're fixed, so we are fine. Then I need to say update platforms, which needs, I don't remember what it needed. It needs cow of type cow and killer collection as well. Which way it was, I don't remember. So let's go to level and just the cow. Alright, so let's get to level 1. So just the cow, and then we need to do the same for the walls. So spawn wall. This was wall indoor difficulty. This dot spawn update wall, and I have to give in the cow here. Okay, and I'm just gonna copy all of that, paste it into level 2 in here, and the only thing that I should change is this. So platform outdoor, wall outdoor, and of course I need to change these as well. So we have a cow, we have difficulty, and here we have cow of type cow and difficulty of type difficulty. And hopefully, if I haven't made many mistakes, it's gonna work straight away. Let's have a look. It really lags while I'm recording, but let's try and play for a bit, I guess. Let's play again. Yay. There is something wrong with this, and I have to check. There is something wrong with the platforms, because they're spawning in different directions. So yeah, the game is much harder now, as you can see, but we can shoot, of course. Let's see if I can get to 10. I don't think so. Yeah, it needs some balancing, but I think it's pretty much fine. So let's have a short break, during which we'll be discussing what can be changed, and I'll get on with changing that as soon as we start again. Okay, I found the bug with the platforms. So the problem is that in here I want to have just 2 levels, so I floor RNG from 1 to 3, so this is going to be either 1 or 2, and then I multiply it by 180. But remember that the floor is not just of the RNG from 1 to 3, so I can get any values, something like 1.735 multiplied by 180, and after that we're going to floor it. So the thing that I should be doing is this. And now we get a number between 1 and 2, so either 1 or 2. Then we multiply it by 180, and this is going to ensure that we only have 2 levels for the platform to spawn. So yeah, Let's pause again. Okay, we are back. We've discussed some changes that we need to make, and let's start with the obvious ones. So first of all, I'm actually gonna run it in Firefox because it runs a lot better. It takes a bit more time to load. So I don't know if you saw. I don't know what happened. I guess we died in two ways, and it couldn't decide which animation to play. But anyways, the cow cannot jump at the top platform, and this is because there was one change that I made that I didn't do here. So inside the cow, in the jump method, this value for the first jump I changed to 110, and then the second jump is going to be slightly smaller. So let me refresh, and I'm sorry that it takes a lot of time to load properly, but here it runs a lot better. So alright, so now if I double jump and I don't have, we've actually changed the difficulty to hard, so I would like to change it back so that I can make the first jump at least. So where was that? Difficulties of 0 is the current one. So I need to refresh, hopefully just once. This is Chrome. Let's actually try it here again. It loads quicker. So play, and I guess it didn't refresh, but I'll try again. So play. I still can't make it. Let me change back or just refresh, because I think this was still at hard mode. Or I can just not spawn butchers and barbecues, and then we can check this more easily. Oh, come on. I'm actually gonna stop the barbecues, and again, no RNG. I want the first one to be higher so that I can properly check it. Now I have to be on the ground to check it, so yeah, just slightly making it. Alright, so let's get back to the code. Another thing that is quite obvious that we need to change is the number of items you have. Something happened to the animation and I have no idea what. Is it the burning one or the other one? You think it's the burning one? Okay, I'll get back to that, I guess. Let's hit play and just try to get to go into the first barbecue that we see. No, it's fine. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, the items that we start with, there are too many, and we need to change that. So I think that a good idea is the GMO to be 0, the knife to be 0 as well, and then you just start with some ammo and some grenades. The knives you pick up as you go, and it's gonna get harder and harder to pick them up. And what else? Alright, let's get to the code and go to I have no idea what that is. Maybe in game, the buttons. Okay, so grenades, let's start with 3. Shotgun button, let's start with 8. The GMO is 0. Okay, we fixed that. Then there was another suggestion that we need to fix. So the butchers now, they spawn a knife every time they die, and we want to change that to some smaller value. So I hope that it's somewhere around here. Pick up items, somewhere around here maybe. This is the offset. Okay, so this is the RNG. Yeah. So should throw knife, I say less than 0.7. I think it's fine. If we don't like it, we can change it later. But since we start with 0 knives, I think a higher probability of getting a knife is better. Okay, cow dead from source is the next easy thing that we have to do. So now if the wall pushes the cow, nothing happens. So let's go into the cow and okay, so we already have this method. Do I have killer collection somewhere? I have it. So why not do it in the update? So the update here is relatively short, so why not do it here? If this dot states dot position dot x is less than, let's try with 100 and then we'll see how that goes. Okay, so if that is true, you want to say where do I get the killer collection from? I don't get it. I only get it here straight away in the method, but I don't get it in the update. So I have to give it here as well. Alright, so let's do that actually. So killer collection of type killer collection, and inside game where we update the cow, we have to also say this dot killer collection, so that we can say now game over. So yeah, let's play. So here we want to say cow dot die, this dot die, and we want to say killer collection dot game over equals true. Alright, since the barbecues are really annoying right now, I'm just not gonna spawn them. So spawn barbecue, I'll remove that now, and as soon as we get to the balancing part, I'll get them going again. So let me refresh it again, see what happens. I should try the game in Edge. Let's do that. But I would like to close all of the other browsers because it's getting too heavy on the processor. So let's have a look. How are we working in Edge? It really lags here because this is the first time that we played here, so you know it needs some time to do the caching and so on. And what do you know? It works better. So yeah, let's push the cow and we die. That was easy. What else? We should place the cow slightly forward because as soon as the wall pushes the cow, you know, we are kind of already dead. And let's try that. I don't want to push it too much because then you wouldn't have that much reaction time with what's coming for you. And is that an error or something? I don't know. Console. No errors. I guess just refresh. Yeah, I don't know. It was working quite well, so I don't know what happened. So yeah, we want to push it slightly forward, but not too much because then you wouldn't have reaction time. So let's play it once again and. I guess it deep focuses and I have to click for it to run, but to be honest, here it runs pretty much perfectly. There are no problems that I can see. Okay, so push it slightly forward. This happens inside cow, and here where we spawn the cow, which is at 200 300. I say that we try something like 300 here. and that means that I have to do that for the next for the second state also. Let's get into Edge. I'm very happy with how it runs here. I mean, it takes a while longer to load, but it runs better, so I would rather wait. And then the refresh is kind of slow. Okay, hit play. Hopefully, yeah, now it runs really well. Yeah, I think maybe this is a bit too much. What do you think? But you know, this way we get more push time. You think it's fine? All right, we can change it any time. And now comes the only hard thing that I think I have to do. So the suggestion is to change the speed of everything with correspondence to the current difficulty, which means that I have to go through a lot of classes and so on and change it. Probably pass the difficulty around way too many times, but let's do that. So because I don't want to change the order, I'll just put everything that we think of at the end. So this is gonna be level speed number. Here we need level speed, and I really don't even want to start this because I don't know how confusing is that gonna be. So level speed. Okay, let's go to game, and I think the default speed for the ground is, let's go to parallaxing background. So this is the graphics, parallax background. Here we have velocity, so wherever we initialize this, and I think that's in level. I hope that we will see some. Where do we initialize? This dot game physics start system. This dot ground dot image. Okay, where do we create the ground at all? This dot ground background. Do you see where I initialize it? I don't. Inside game. Inside the levels themselves. Oh yeah, there we go. So the background is low and the ground is 8. Okay, so this is going to be our starting point that we need to decrease or increase. So I would say let's start with something like 6 for the ground and for the butchers and everything, and then we will see where that leads us. So let's go into game, the difficulty, and let's start something like 6, 7, 8, and we discussed that since level 2 is prettier, we would like to add one more difficulty, but we are going to worry about that later on. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it's fine. Okay, then let's think what or where we should be handling or giving this value. So we need to give it to the ground in both level classes. So let's go to level 1. Inside the update we have difficulty, but we don't have it inside the create. So let me check back here as well. Here we don't have it as well. So let's do it here. Difficulty of type difficulty, and this is gonna be difficulty. Actually, you know what? We can't do it this way because of the bug that I told you about. Our width is 1280, right? 1280, and in order for the parallaxing backgrounds to work, we need to come up with values that are divisible by this number. So we have, so this thing is divisible by 2. This is going to be 640, 320, 160, and that's 4, 4, 4, 4, 2, and 5. So we can do 5. We can do 8. Or we can do something in the middle. Let me come up with some values. I think we can do something like 7.5, but I really have to think harder about how to actually do that, or what values to pick. All right. So we can do 5, we can do 8, and we can do 10 as well. And maybe, can we do 7.5? No, we can't. I'm thinking of some lower number. We can do 6.4, right? So 1280. So we can do something like 5, 6.4, 8, and then 10. I think 10 is going to be too fast, but we'll have to check that. Alright, so let's do that. So let's go into game and change those. So 5, 6.4, we said this is still 8, and this is going to be 10. I think 10 is a bit too much, so I would like to see something like 8 point something. But what is this 8 point something going to be? Let me check. 8.2, I think, is gonna work. What else is gonna work? 8.2, 1280 divided by 8.2. The guys with the calculators. Yeah, it's not working. Okay, right. We'll fix that when we go to the balancing bit. Okay, so inside the game where we update the level, current level update, actually where we create it. So in the create. Current level, this dot level 1 dot create, we have to say difficulty, this dot current difficulty, inside level 2 as well, so I'll go and change that as well, level 2. So let's go into, sorry, what am I doing? This dot current difficulty. Let's go to, so here in level 1 so difficulty dot level speed, and yeah, but that's not gonna work, is it? That's a bit of a bummer, because we created only with the current speed, but then as we triggered the level, we have to change the speed as well, because it's going to stay, with the same speed, because we've already created the ground. But we'll do that as well. I told you that this is going to be a nightmare to do, but let's try it anyway. So create, we need to have difficulty of type difficulty, and I guess here where we call the super, which doesn't have it, so I'll add it here as well, difficulty, and then let's get back to level 2. Okay, let's change that to difficulty dot level speed, difficulty dot level speed. Okay, and that is fine for now. Okay, inside game where we actually triggered the level, I would like to make a note of everything that I'm changing the speed of, that needs to be changed back. So inside trigger level, so change speed for ground, level 1 and level 2, the grass, which is in level 2. Is there anything else that we need to change the speed of? Normally the rocks as well. So rocks. The trees, they're slower anyways, so I don't think we should change those. Right, and so let's do that at least initially. For the rocks, actually we don't need to do it for the rocks because they are generated as the level goes. So as soon as I here update rocks, as soon as I create them here, I can just give them difficulty of type difficulty, and I'm sure now that they are going to be created with the same speed as soon as we change it. So this is going to be difficulty dot level speed, and for each rock and so on, the birds are fine the way they are, and I think that's pretty much fine, I guess. I have an error. Where? Here. Update rocks. I need to give them difficulty, and we are fine. I said we are fine. Yeah. Level 1. Anything else here that we need? I have an error again. Super.create difficulty. I told you we have to, put this like everywhere. But inside game, what I want to say that we don't need to do that because the rocks are spawned as we go. Okay, so I guess let's test it to see if anything else needs to be done there. We need to do the platforms as well, but I just want to check how's everything working so far. Okay, this looks nice. Everything is slow. The butcher now properly runs, or not. We can make him slightly faster, I think. Yeah, we'll see that. So we'll see to that. Okay, so I think this is fine. We need to change the platforms, the walls, and the butcher. So let's do that. So those were inside level, and we create them here, and we already have the difficulty, so that is fine. We need to, where do I have speed for my platform? It's inside the update, which is a shame. So it's this 8 here, which means that now I have to change that everywhere. But we've started, so difficulty, and this is gonna be difficulty dot level speed. Where else? Spawn wall, we don't need it here, but we need it for the update. Difficulty of type difficulty. This is gonna be difficulty dot level speed. And since I've done it here, I should do it for the barbecue as well. But for the barbecue, where do we create it? We create it here. And here I can just give it a speed inside the class, which is something that makes me really happy. So in the constructor we give speed. I need to have it here as well. Number, and I want to say this dot speed equals speed, and inside the update we are just gonna move it with this dot speed. And this dot speed here. I think that is fine. Maybe we can do something with the frame rate as well. That'd be cool, but I don't know. Let's concentrate on the task at hand. Okay, now update platforms. They need a difficulty. The update walls, they need a difficulty as well. which means that I have to go inside level 2 as well. This is level 1, I think, so I have to go in level 2 as well and say here difficulty and difficulty here. What I didn't do as soon as I changed the class was to create the barbecue with the speed. So it's going to be difficulty dot level speed. Okay, let's play that again, see what we've done. How hard is it going to be, if hard at all. I really like how it runs here. I'm very impressed. I mean, it takes longer to load, but really cool. Yeah, I think that is fine. Just get used to the game, kill a couple of butchers, which we need to make more of, by the way. I think maybe the knife speed should be like the way it moves should be the same speed as the butcher, so we'll make sure to do that as well. But other than that, it works really well, I think. I mean, it's slower. You can get some of the chests that are spawning as well. We can make the butcher faster because it looks like as if he's standing at the same spot. So let's get on with that. So the first thing that we said was to change the knife as soon as we create it, which I have no idea where it was done. So I'll try here, but I'm not really sure. Spawn pickup knife, that's here. Body velocity Y. Okay, so this is just for the velocity here. Actually, I guess it's where we update the pickup items, so that would be inside game. Update, just pickup items. Pickup items update. There it is. Okay, so item.body.velocity.x. Now, how do we convert from one to the other? I would just try and change that to item.position.x minus equals difficulty dot level speed, and I am gonna copy that. Oops. Copy that and place it here as well, and hopefully this is not gonna change too much. I don't have difficulty, so I should add it. The good thing is that because I believe the code is fairly well written, I wouldn't give it the best score, but it's well done, and making those kind of changes will be done relatively quickly. So difficulty this dot current difficulty. Alright, so let's have a look whether that has helped. Is there a problem? Okay. So now hopefully I'm really not sure what's gonna happen, because we were doing we were moving the knife with velocity and not with yeah, I had to kill him. I forgot. So alright, yay, it worked. Yeah, I think that's fine. Do you want to make the butcher be faster now? So let's have a look. Where do we do the butcher? Was there something like butcher speed here? RNG butch speed. Okay, and this is the 0 1. Is it the? This is this 300. Okay. So what do you say? Maybe 500, 600, 700, 750, maybe. Let's have a look. All right, hit play. All right, this is a lot better, but I'm worried that I'm worried that in the next levels it will be too fast. So let's so let's make that lower here. So something like, was it at 300 before? So let's make it something like 360 or 380 is what I was thinking of. Then 440, then 490, and maybe 500 would be the max, I think. Oh, why am I pressing Chrome? And the cow died. How unfortunate. It's still loading there, so I guess it's not gonna start from the first go. So let's refresh now again. As soon as he dies, we should lower the speed. That is gonna be kind of a nightmare, but I'll see what I can do. So let's kill him now. Yeah, I know, but it's gonna be kind of hard to fix that. Okay. Oh, come on. Right. So as soon as he starts sliding, then we should decrease the value. Let's go into the butcher, and I'm worried that I don't have inside the update. I don't have the current difficulty, which means that I have to add it. But first, let's find the method. It's this one. So let's see. Shotgun and soul death. So this is butcher shotgun death. States to animation soul death. Okay. No. This is the tween at the very end where he gets eaten by the souls. But I think that it was in another method that we've done that, where we actually kill him. Shotgun death. Is there a state shotgun death that we can check? Okay, else if key equals shotgun death by item. Oops. Okay, if this dot stays dot body current stable shotgun death. Yeah, I guess this is the correct place. Actually, the one before. I think this is the correct place to do it. I think I'm not sure. Let's try that. Let's say this dot velocity equals something that it's not going to be difficulty because we are moving him with the body, with velocity, so there has to be some way to navigate through that. I don't know. Oh yeah, difficulty dot bot speed. Yes, you're right. But I just want to make it. Oh yeah. So I have to give inside this method, death by item. I should have difficulty as well, which is very weird. Okay, so difficulty of type difficulty, and where am I actually calling this method? I have no idea. To do this, there is a way to tell. Oh, is it here? I think it was somewhere in the cow. So in here, I have to give difficulty, which I should be passing through this method. And this method is called from the update, I think, butcher item collisions. So in here I should be giving difficulty, and I should be giving that in here as well. And I don't think I even have a reference to the difficulty class in here, but I guess I do somehow. Let's go to game, and actually where we update the butcher, which already has a couple of things that he interacts with. This dot current difficulty. No, I think that's fine. All right, I am worried to play it, but first I think there was something that I needed to do inside the butcher. So butcher item collision, and here we want to death by item, and this dot velocity equals difficulty dot butch speed. Hopefully that is gonna work. Sorry, dot? I was gonna click on Chrome, yeah. Alright, as I said, I'm worried to play this now. Oh yeah, it shouldn't be butch speed, yeah. It should be something with the level, like level speed, but how do we convert from level speed to, I don't know. This is gonna be a nightmare to fix. Can I do it just with position here? So position, sorry, can't we just do it with a fixed value? We can't, because we change the speed of the level every time. We can't do it with a fixed value. Okay, I'll try with position, although I'm not very happy about this. Position dot x minus equals this dot velocity. And alright, which means that when we go to game and we actually spawn the butcher, he has to have a value which is higher than this one. Alright, so let's do something like 6. Was this the butch speed? Where is the butch speed? 360, yeah. So something like 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it's gonna be fine, that one. Sorry, what? Just a second. Yeah, so he has to be faster. So if this is 8 here, this should be 9, and if this is 10, this should be slightly higher. So 11, I think it's fine. I think he's gonna be too fast, but we can always come back and come up with some values here. And then inside the butcher, as soon as he falls, we should say this dot velocity equals level speed. And if nothing breaks here, I would be quite amazed. If he's dead from the knife as well. This dot velocity dot actually this dot velocity equals difficulty dot level speed. All right. I'm worried to refresh as soon as we make those general changes to a class that has been working so well, but we'll see. What's the problem? Let me close that. Refresh. Okay. Does he look faster to you? What do you think? Faster at least then. Yeah, I think he is. And now he falls on the ground and I don't even have an error. What's the problem? The game just stopped. I would like to test this in Chrome now because I'm used to debugging there better than here. So let's try that again. Okay, something definitely happens. Cannot read property level speed of undefined. I want to play that again so that I can see the error inside the TS file. So hit play, and I cannot see the butcher. So we have a breakpoint for some reason. I need to refresh again. Okay, so TS 108. Difficulty is not defined, which means that we are not passing it correctly wherever we are calling this method. So we were calling this method here, but are we calling it somewhere else? Death by item. Nope, we don't. Now I'm searching for it. Sorry? Let me find the usages of this item. So find the use of this method, and then we'll see where. Okay, so we have it in cow TS as well. That's why it's not working. So cow.ts. I want to see which line. Jump to source. Shoot shotgun. Yeah, that item, and here I have to have difficulty as well. So fun. Difficulty of type difficulty. You know, here I would make this class static. Or no, I should just make the variable static, the array, something like that. Can I not do that now? No, let's not do that now. We've already started. So inside here, actually, where do we even call this method? Shoot shotgun. I need to find where I'm calling it. Shoot shotgun. We don't have it here, so we have to go to the item button, which is in graphic utils. So in here, we would like to have a difficulty. Shoot. No, we don't call it here. In the game state, which is going to be fine because in the game state we have so here I should be giving this dot current difficulty, and hopefully now we can make this work. Yay! I think he moves with the same speed now as as uh, the ground. So I think it works fine now. Let's have a look. So yeah, I think, you know, when you look at the wall as well, I think he's with the same speed, and now he's definitely faster the way he goes. Right. We should have tried with the knife as well. I don't know if we've done that, so let him come again. Okay, yeah, it works as well with the knife. Good, good. We've made some progress here. So now the game is easy, like at first. You have to make 10 kills, which means that we have to increase the number of butchers that we spawn. So that's gonna be very easy to do. Spawn butchers. Do we spawn them here? Spawn butchers. Yes, we do. So in here, I would like to remove this apps, and I would like to remove this time 1,000, so that we can, you know, make it better. So that it's not generated by seconds, but more like milliseconds. So let's find these values. Maybe order them a little bit so that they're easier to change, I guess. Something like that. So okay, so this is the butch speed, this is the RNGs. RNG butch low. What do you say? 2.2 seconds? Maybe we can start with that, up to 3.5 seconds, maybe. Let's check that, and then we'll change the other ones down the line as well, so that we would have more butchers spawned. Alright, there is one. There is another one. I think they're spawned at very equal intervals, so I would change the upper bound to something higher. What do you think? It looks like they're spawned in the same time interval, so let's change that to something like 5.3 seconds. And hopefully there won't be that many. Or we can also lower the lower bound, so that, you know, there is a bit of RNG on how many you get. It's possible that it didn't refresh, so yeah, it definitely didn't. And then we have to be very careful when we balance that for the other difficulties, because the butcher is gonna get, you know, faster. I don't see any difference. Do you see any difference? I don't. How about we make it, just to check whether this method works at all, do something like 20 seconds, yeah, to check if we can get at all. Welcome to the party of butchers. Okay. Okay, so it's definitely working. We just need to fiddle around with the values. Let's do it something like 9 seconds, and then maybe this can be 1800, 1.8 seconds, and I don't know. We have to check how this thing works out. But balancing is cool. I mean, I've always liked it, because if you just fiddle around with a couple of values, you change the game completely, and from absolutely terrible, it can become very playable and very nice in just you know, a matter of seconds. All right, we get another one. All right. Maybe change the lower one. So this can be something like 1500. This can be something like 6. I just want to have a time where, you know, there are 2 spawned almost at the same time. So maybe make the lower bound even lower. But we'll see about that as well. So here is one. Here is another one. And yeah, I think this is a lot better now. Now you actually have to dodge something, but remember that we still have barbecues as well, so we need to check with those two. And I think the barbecues should be very rare, because, you know, the main objective is to avoid, you know, the butchers and kill them, and the walls, and there are like too many things that you have to avoid. So I would say the barbecues should be spawned relatively not often at all. Okay, I say that'll be it for today. We managed to change the speed. Actually, we did a lot of things today. So we did the platforms, the walls, the barbecues. We started doing a bit of balancing, and I'm sure that there'll be a lot of things to cover next time as well. But the hardest thing to me was to you know, put the speed you know, of the ground and platforms and so on, to put it everywhere. I've even put a note here which I should keep, but we'll do that next time. So next time we'll play around more with the difficulties, where we have to make sure that everything resets, and we have to check each one of them separately as well, so that we can make them work. And also there was a method, update difficulty, this one, to do add another difficulty here, so that we end up in the outdoors level if we're really good, and then probably die there in the sun at least. Kind of a semi-happy ending for a cow without a head, if you want to think of it this way. Okay. So I guess that'll be it, and next time we'll do some more balancing, and maybe I'll show you how to build it for your Android device. So yeah.